go. Here we
Here
go.
we go. Here we have gone. The button is pressed. The die is cast. The Rubicon is crossed. The little packets of light are sent to the server. And here
These guys.
is a URL to prove it. Destroy 60% of everything. This is your goal. Just as in real life, you are here to show everything and everyone who is the boss.
How do this? I want to be on the bottom. There we go. Yeah. Let me go over to the stream. Yes, I want to go over to the... Don't ask. Just send me over when I click on the thing, you goofy... Hello, cornflakes.
Greetings, cornflakes. So what's your plan for destroying 60% of everything today? How are you warming us up for video games?
I'm gonna get some balloons.
Okay.
And some propellers.
Okay.
To remember how those work.
This one doesn't necessarily seem like it needs flight as much.
How did I propel? How did I do
the
that?
leftmost thing?
Ah.
Remember, this is the... It pulls the machine in the direction that that it's pointed. If I'm remembering correctly, which I think I am.
I'm vaguely okay.
So which is to say, when you operate those, they're going to pull the machine backwards.
Okay. This will be the backwards button.
Okay. G for go backwards.
And this will be the forward button.
T for the forward button.
All right. I'm gonna go for left.
T for that's how you go forward. Obviously, these ones are rigged up to F for feel like going left now.
All right. Can you guess what the next one's going to be?
Well, these are going to be, how about we go right?
That's right. How about we go right?
Hey, let's go right.
What is the balloon?
The balloons have lift. The balloons have static lift.
Is that the one I used before for the balloons? No, I used hot air balloons. Okay.
So you basically have made sort of a potato masher here.
Well, here's my cunning plan.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay. Weapons.
Oh, well, I don't... Okay.
No, that's not working. Oh, man. For some reason I thought I I gotta mount them this way. That's right.
I
Well,
mean, you can mount them pointing down, but like they only have a single shot. You have a lot of stuff to break.
wait, they only have a single shot.
Don't they? Am I not right about that?
30 bolts.
Oh, 30 bolts. Okay.
30 is more than one.
30 is more than one. Critical
I don't know if you knew
lessons
that.
for later today. I'm sure it'll come up again.
Actually, okay.
All right. So less of a potato masher than and more of a rain of destruction kind of vibe. You've attached a lot of stuff to this. Are those balloons going to have the lift necessary to?
We'll find out.
You just keep making it heavier.
My original thought was
so
cannons.
heavy.
I thought cannons would be too heavy.
Well, cannons would be funny though because they provide upward lift when you fire them down.
U is rise. Okay.
I predict you're going to need more balloons. Oh, it wants to get off the ground. It can't though. Tilt the other way. Tilt the other way. Tilt away from them. Pull your thing away from them. Yeah, because this is gonna. Oh, I thought it was gonna tip over, and so the bottom side of it would be facing them. You can just unleash.
Okay.
Yes,
But
you need more. You
know
need
what?
more balloon.
I can make more balloon. I can fix this.
Yeah,
Right?
this is very fixable. Yeah. Are you? It does. I think maybe you're. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Now, in theory, it should. No, because that balloon. So you're gonna have to build like off of the top of those two prongs that you put up. You're gonna need to build like a little horizontal space, like out
Yeah,
away
no,
from the
I
balloon.
see. I see. Okay.
Yeah, like that. There you go. That should attach easy.
Okay. Now this should do it.
This should do it.
It's the normal way. Okay, well.
Interesting. So elements of this did not go the way that I expected. It turns out the attachment between the wow. So the attachment between that long sort of slender chimney piece and the middle block was not nearly as strong as you would hope.
Yeah. All right. I
really think this is one where you don't need to fly. And
No,
I'm not
I
telling
know,
you. I'm not telling you that you can't fly. I'm just saying.
All right. I was trying a new tool.
No, it's good. It's good to
out.
experiment. Yeah, it's good to.
Let's
This might be one where one of your famous Amabel whirling dervish machines might.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe.
Might actually be just the thing. Oh, I'm so interested to see where this is going.
Okay. So Do that. Okay. Right.
Right. Right. Hello, y'all. Welcome.
No.
Please enjoy. Settle in. We're just doing a little bit of besiege here. Everyone's doing a little bit of besiege while we let people find the stream, catch up to their notifications, which hopefully YouTube is sending out. And then for the mainstream today, I will be causing trouble.
So this is going to swing back and forth, right?
In theory.
Got some drilling, got some fire, and then we just need to make sure that it doesn't fall off, right? So we need to have some. Oh, I can make this better. Hang on. What if I get ambitious?
Okay, let's see it. What does ambitious mean in this context?
It means what if because those drills are kind of high. So what if we got this situation, right? This is good.
Okay,
this
those drills are only
normal.
kind of high because you put stuff under them.
Okay.
But all right, I'm with you. I'm
this.
following.
I got this. Okay. I forgot how wheels work again. We need one of these things for wheels for turning back and forth. And then we need a wheel on the thing, right? Because that turns, and then we need back wheels for it to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not okay. Hang on, I did that wrong. Needs to be a little lower.
Sorry, I'm taking my meds, so I was temporarily unable to speak. But yeah, I was going to, once everything got settled, I was going to point out to you that those wheels are not on the ground. Or rather, those wheels would be on the ground, but it would only be because your whole machine was tilted.
All right. Yeah, this is this situation. Perfectly normal situation. Oh, there's no thing there. Hang on. Let me.
Just a floating drill.
There we go. So it will do that back and forth. I need. Let's put this on the ground. Okay. I feel like that's gonna tilt forward.
Yes, this is gonna fall over instantly. The second you.
All right, I can fix that.
And then the action of the drills on the ground is gonna probably drag it forward in a weird way.
Well, that might be fun, but okay. I'm gonna fix this momentarily.
Presently.
Yeah.
You might actually mean momentarily. I don't know.
Okay. Now.
See, this is where you might put in like ballast. Just weight the back of it down. Put a bunch of bags of kitty litter in the back.
I'm working on it.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna weigh it down.
Oh, okay. Okay. What?
Does this make sense?
No.
Okay.
Why do you have this like completely disconnected frame that's just going to be wiggling off of the top of the? At least connect it to the bottom part.
I'm working on it. It's hard to. Okay, hang on. I gotta delete stuff so I can work. You don't understand my genius.
Wait, why did you need to delete anything? Just
because I'm trying to make a thing and it's not working. It's not pointing down in the right place. I'm trying hard.
All right. You could have just connected it.
I'm trying. It's not
You're not trying. You didn't do the thing that would make it do that.
I don't know what you mean.
Which is click.
I'm trying my best.
Have you considered clicking the mouse? Clicking with the mouse.
I know. I'm trying.
That's
sweetheart,
I'm
trying to build something coming off of this thing downwards. It
Yeah.
is not letting me do it.
It was. You put the mouse in the place where you would click and that would happen, but you just didn't click. So like you just want to point the mouse at the surface that you're connecting to. Right? So if you build that crossbar back onto this thing. But extending a piece down there doesn't do anything. It's not, you're not connecting to anything.
Sweetheart? Let me point at the thing. Why don't let me point at the thing?
What on earth are you trying to point at? Okay, I mean, I guess that's the way to do that.
Right?
I guess so. I guess technically, yeah.
All right, let's try this.
But you like every machine you build is like, let's put in 6,000 pieces that don't do anything and ignore the major problems. I just don't know why you want to put so many things in the thing. Are you going to try it or not?
I'm going to try. Okay, hang on.
Right.
I'm going to try it. It's arrow keys to move this, and then what's flamethrower again?
It's probably F.
Y.
It's Y. Yes, let's start a fire. Yeah, so so it's minor issues. You do seem to have reversed the vehicle entirely for some reason. I would have kept the front of it facing forward, personally. Look at them. Look at their little sword strikes.
Okay.
They're tiny, adorable sword strikes. Yeah, drills. Yeah.
All right.
When you stopped trying to avoid using the drills, everything went really well.
I was having some awkwardness with the movement.
I could see that, but why were you turning in the front? Just drive forward. Seemed like the play. And you were like, well, hold on. Let me do a 180 real quick. What does that mean? You were trying. You were pressing forward and not sideways?
Pressing forward, this is what happens. That's what happens when I press forward with this vehicle.
There may be some construction issues. This thing is not right. It's not right in the world. No, it's you're right. You did succeed.
And that's the pre-stream.
You succeeded. Congratulations. You are the winner. I talked a lot of shit, but one of us has victory flags and the other one is me, so there you have it.
I'm going to quit out of the desktop if you are.
Hey, we're already at the cave. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm over here doing my job. And I don't even have to do the 180 with the stream and then back it in.
Well, that's pretty good.
Unlike my insults, which always involve a lot of maneuvering. Does it feel like I'm constantly verbally parallel parking to you?
No.
You were supposed to, okay, well, it would have been funnier if you had said yes. So here's the thing. Video games. There's a few of them. Sometimes they come out. You heard of this?
Yeah.
What's the deal with airline food? Video games come out. There's too many of them. I can't play them all on the channel, and I want to show. Boy, not only do I want to show stuff off on the channel, but also I want to try more stuff out. I get wrapped up in things. You know, we're playing games on the channel right now. We're getting through stuff, but it's taken a while, and a lot of things have come out in the last week or so that I want to at the very least try. So we're gonna be trying a thing that I have some interest in that I'm not 100% sure of whether I think it's gonna be good or not. We're gonna see.
Okay.
But I also haven't done my bazaar run yet for the day.
Oh, is that what we're doing now?
Amabel, should we do the bazaar first? Should this be kind of like a 3-piece?
Sweetheart, it's up to you.
I do like the bazaar.
Alex Blue was surprised that was the whole pre-stream, because you've set a precedent where pre-streams are 2 hours now.
Fuck
so to do a bizarre
you.
Run.
All right, fucking, we're going to the bazaar. Let's set
Are
a
you feeling
precedent
loved right now?
No,
I'm trying to love you.
No, I never. No, I do not feel loved. I feel hated. I feel hated on.
Oh no!
I feel hated about. I feel gently but supportively hated. It's a pleasant but unpleasant sort of feeling. Like being licked all over by a giant tongue. There's part of that you'd be really into. But also, I'd be concerned I was about to be eaten, frankly. You can't just be silent. When I stop talking after saying things like that, you can't just be silent.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to absorb it all.
You gotta give me something. You have the banter there has to be a little bit of banter.
I was making faces. Does that work?
I don't know. Are you on camera? Do you want to be?
No.
Put the Amabel cam in the corner here.
No, because I look terrible.
I don't think that's true. I saw you earlier. All right, so today's daily challenges are use small items, gain 1500 shield, and apply 300 burn. So shield and burn are considerations for today's run. We're going to random hero it.
Helping you apply the burn.
No, I have to apply the burn to other people. Could you just hate on someone who isn't me a little bit? We got Dooley, it sounds like. I do love Dooley. That's the sound of Dooley. That's the sound of Dooley and his thing. So today we're a robot. Today we're a big robot. I'm gonna grab some income.
I can't hear Dooley because you're not sharing the thing with me.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Do you remember why, Amabel?
No.
Maybe it's because of the atmosphere of relentless negativity.
Oh no!
There you go. You getting that now?
I am.
Okay. So we need a shield, we need to burn. We need to find this robot a happy little home. So we got some early game money here. We could go weapon shopping. We could go find a strange mushroom in the green heart. I don't remember what Dooley's strange mushroom interactions are. Or no, wait, the strange mushroom. Sorry, I'm thinking of the jungle ruins. The jungle ruins is the one where it's character specific. The strange mushroom, I think, is where there are item based reactions to it. Listen, I don't need to know stuff. We're just gonna go buy some guns. Clarence is okay, so I'm not playing with Clarence today. Let's grab Hamlet. The pulse rifle here gets multicast if it's adjacent to a friend, or double multicast if it's adjacent to your only friend. Sometimes Tesla coil can turn into a thing. We'll buy a provisional Tesla coil. And let's go fight some nerds. So
Bananable.
I do, and yeah, let's, so you get it? He's a bananable. He's a banana who eats bananas.
Okay. That makes sense. I was gonna ask, you know, why he doesn't have only one eye. Because I thought he would be like Hannibal.
And when you say, because you're a very normal person who makes very normal references, when you say Hannibal, you're thinking of Hannibal Barca?
Yeah. The guy who crossed the Alps.
The guy who crossed the Alps, and not like the Hannibal that anybody else would think about. All right, show me a cool enchanted small bronze tier item. Okay, some toxic duct tape. When you use an adjacent item, shield and poison. This mossy arc blaster, which applies regen based on the damage when you use other attack. Charge this. I mean, that could be interesting. Or a deadly cog. I don't know that any of these are like totally amazing. The deadly cog's kind of interesting, I guess. You know what? Yeah, let's take this weird little tool. This one weird tool. And then we need to get some more stuff. Hey, Jungle Ruins. Let's go to the Jungle Ruins where we'll find a small silver tier tool. Search for some abandoned tools. We found a steam ladle. Well, it does apply burn. It probably makes sense to run it on this board. Yeah, let's go up against this Stell with this. This is not like a horrible board. It doesn't scale. So if she has kind of like any basic scaling going on, she's probably going to beat us, but a mossy boar roast. But we have like some pretty okay damage. Oof. She's gaining a lot of regen. We're going to lose this battle. Kind of a weird first day build. I do think we got some bad luck. I'm not a big fan of having to take a like a visit to Finn's on the first day is pretty whack. Over like get gold. These things happen. I mean, we gotta go Kivers, right? Gotta put up a go. If I could get in chat some go Kivers.
Go Kivers.
We put a bet down on the Kivers, 7-4. They're doing it. They're up 16-9 at the half. Holy shit. They didn't score any points during the third quarter. They're getting their asses kicked. The Kivers lose by 1. No, my bet. No.
So yeah,
fucking Kivers.
We have some questions about Endless Legend 2. And
yeah.
Yeah, anyone wants to know why you did not play it on the channel? Well, we did. We played the early access during some of the Forex school, and EL2 just had a big drop of improvement and changes.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
I'm sure.
So a general. Okay, let me lay out a little bit of general channel philosophy here. Hopefully, this will help clarify some things. I don't love to play a game while it's still cooking. Generally, where they're constantly making changes to it. Endless Legend 2 is not out. It is in a pre-release state right now. I am super looking forward to the 1.0 version of that game. and I will definitely play it then. But I do not generally like the early access dance. And for most games, I would not play them during early access on the channel, especially at all. But we have played, because we do love Endless Legend over here. We have played Endless Legend 2 some on the channel already. But I'm certainly not going to be going back to it constantly. I want to see I want to see the game when it's out, and we will when it's out. Okay, so here's the thing about Dooley. Dooley, when he hits level 3, gets an item called a core. You get shown 5 of the 8 or 9 different cores, and they're all kind of like this. It does something, deals damage, and then this and items to the right of this have bonus crit chance. And when you use any item to the left of this, or you crit with any item, it charges. The burn core, you can see this improves the burn of itself and items to the right of it, and when you use items to the left of it, you charge it. So they're all sort of like that, where they improve the items to the right and they charge off of the items to the left. I think so. Obviously, we have missions for shielding and burning. We're going to hit those numbers if we just use some items that have those qualities. I'm not too stressed about picking a build that goes hard on either of those things. Personally, I kind of like the core and the launcher core because of their combo potential.
Mm-hmm.
So the core charges all the items to the right by 1 second and gets charged by using items to the left. So if you can set up fast enough items to the left, you can get a lot of extra speed on your big items, your big slow stuff, by putting it to the right of this. Similarly, the launcher core lets you apply a lot of speed to items in general. When you use it, two items start flying, and then all of your flying items get charged by 1 second. And when you use any flying item, this charges. So this one has sort of an acceleration over time thing going on. Generally, I like the launcher core a lot. Also, items that are flying, you can see down there at the bottom left, in addition to interacting with this, any item that is flying is only affected half as long by freeze and slow. So this gives you some protection against enemies' status effect, throwing salt in your game. I think we're going to take the launcher core, even though we don't particularly have anything that's playing with it right now, just because I think it's going to be good. But we're going to have to figure this out a little bit. So we have some money. We could go to the shop. We could just take a slow item. We could pull a free medium and see if maybe we get something compelling, because our current build here is not. We just have a bunch of random items. They're not synergizing, and they're not particularly good. Now that we have a laser pistol, man, I thought this thing was a little faster. They might have nerfed it. Okay, and leveling it up does not make it any faster. It just increases the base damage. Yeah, we kind of really don't have anything going. I guess, Kina, show me some items. Show me something to care about. So we could lean in on friends. Brick Buddy scales up pretty quickly if you just get a couple of friends. The Micro Mock here doesn't do anything except haste itself, which I guess is kind of useful. Lightbulb leans into this tech thing that we have going on. The Tesla coil goes off faster when you use adjacent tech items. This is a tech item that charges the tech item to the right. So the light bulb next to the Tesla coil creates something. Also, when we buy the light bulb, we get another item. So at the very least, it'll sell. We got Ring King gauntlets. They deal damage based on your income, and they improve your income while you have them on. I mean, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Gamma Ray Improves the poison of itself whenever you use a ray or a core. Keep in mind we have our core here. I mean, these are kind of neat. These are kind of neat items. Here's what I think. This is tech that specifically hastes your core. So like anything that has a low cooldown is potentially kind of valuable just because of the way it interacts with launcher core. Just make stuff go off more is good. Let's take the GPU upgrade. Let's sell off an item that I don't think is doing much for us here. I mean, like we have this med kit that I would prefer to hold on to until we have a healing item for it to improve. But it also is not doing anything for us right now. The Shadowed Cloak is really good sometimes, and I don't know if this is one of those times. If you have like one good, really fast attacking item, like a katana or something, you put it next to a Shadowed Cloak, it'll take advantage of the haste and gain a lot of damage very quickly. I don't think any of our attacks are fast enough to really... You'd like to see something like 2 or 3 seconds, ideally, for that. I think I'm just going to sell this. Maybe that's foolish. We're also going to buy this gamma ray, and I'm going to try to leave open an angle for pivoting. I'm not going to mess with our build just yet. Let's go back to the Abandoned Ruins, search for some tools. We got a carving fork, which is a moderately fast weapon. All right, so we're about to have player fight time. Let's try to make something out of this. So if we're going to try to make this Tesla coil play, when it goes off, it charges all of my non-tech items. Whenever I use a tech item that is adjacent to it, it charges by 2 seconds. So if we put the light bulb adjacent to it, when this goes off, it'll charge the tech item to the right. You see this does have the tech tag itself. 1 second. And then when this goes off, it will also charge this additional 2 seconds because it's an adjacent tech. The GPU is pretty fast. And this will haste the core when it goes off. So we have a lot of charging going on with the Tesla coil right now. It charges all of our non-tech items by 1 second when it goes off. So it does, I suppose, behoove us somewhat to have the other 2 items, the other stuff that's not adjacent to it, not be stuff that has the tech tag. We don't have a lot of, I mean, like, it could just be Steam Ladle and Hamlet. Steam Ladle is a relatively fast item. It's in that sort of like medium fast 4 second tier, and it'll get boosted whenever the Tesla coil goes off. It's not enough fire damage to make a big difference. And obviously we're not improving its burn by freezing anything ever. But the idea is like a bunch of fast moving items. Once the launcher core gets everything in the air, everything's charging the launcher core, and the launcher core is charging everything, and it should just kind of like turn into a blender, sort of. And in that case, maybe it is worth running the carving fork, because at least the carving fork is scaling our items, or scaling the attack damage on itself and the Tesla coil. And maybe if you're going to run the fork, then that makes it more sensible to run one of the other weapons. But most of the weapons have the tech tag. Let's try it like this. Let's see what this looks like. I know it's messy still, but at least we have some kind of like interplay going on. And you had a question.
I may be young for
Yes.
but I've seen my
Who is your favorite friend
My
in terms of
favorite friend.
character design and name?
I think so. Dooley has a lot of robot stuff going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dooley also has a weird kind of like prehistoric dinosaur theme that is available, and some of the dinosaur designs are really A+.
lamb legs make you
Oh, that's frustrating.
straight lines.
So we did kill her, but she has a life preserver. The first time he would be defeated each fight, heal for 200. So we did beat her real health pool, but that's a character who's able to devote 2 slots on her board to just when you would die instead do not die. That's annoying. But yeah, I think probably the answer is, so you know my favorite dinosaur is the Ankylosaurus.
Yeah.
And there's a real good Ankylosaurus friend available for Dooley, who is probably my favorite.
Reward the peaceful, punish
What's Ankylosaurus' name?
feel our energy.
I believe Tanky Anky, I think.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what we're looking for here. I don't. Wallace would not be bad. The welding helmet is a non-tech item that has a 3-second cooldown.
I'm so glad.
I'm gonna take that. At this moment, what I'm looking for is, for Sirius, almost entirely just things that have a low cooldown. And you could kind of see it happening in that fight, right? The fight against the Vanessa.
Yeah.
So right now we're out of money, and shopping doesn't really make sense. Our middle thing is also the opportunity to spend money on upgrades. We're going to take a free extract. We're going to extract an extract. And we're going to, I guess, just rub this on our gamma ray, because that's how poison works. We've made the laser more poisonous now. We should be running this gamma ray. It doesn't quite do the things we want it to do, but like, look at how much poison it is. And every time we use this or the core, the amount of poison goes up. What if I just put this here? It's going to slow down the whole machine, but it's also going to cover our opponents in so much poison. Let's go have at this overbearing teacher.
My students are failing because of you. Filling their heads with daydreams.
Is that teacher? Is that a monkey? What is that face?
I think
That's
it's
an
like an
owl.
owl. It's kind of an owl thing going on.
Okay.
So the teacher has a bunch of stuff that is related to like learning skills.
Whatever. I don't
There's some cool stuff we could get here that might set us up for some gains.
You want to know my favorite thing about owls?
We got a fortune cookie. It does nothing, and if you use 100 food, it unlocks the ability to gain a random skill when you sell this. We don't really have a very food-based thing here. We're probably not ever going to get this working, so I'm probably just going to sell it now. What is your favorite thing about owls?
They're dumb as hell.
Okay.
Their brains are mostly for like visual acuity. They're extremely. They have this reputation for being very wise, and
Yeah, they are symbolically
really
associated
dumbasses.
with wisdom in a lot of cultures. Yeah, no, owls, I mean birds in general, right?
Yeah.
Except when they're not. Corvids. Corvids are
Yeah, corvids are
Corvids
pretty-
are a brilliant kind of dumb.
You say so.
Let's upgrade some items. I do think I want to. Do I want to keep trying to make Tesla Coil happen? We don't have another plan right now, is my biggest concern. So if we don't make the Tesla Coil happen, what the fuck am I going to do? Amabel?
I don't know.
Me neither. I'm going to upgrade this welding helmet.
They have stories.
And then we're going to take another upgrade.
Pride in our restoration.
And we're going to upgrade the Tesla Coil. And now the whole machine's running a little bit faster. Maybe we get somewhere. Maybe we get somewhere. We have a little bit of stuff that we can sell. I think we can probably
If I
take a look
have
at the
what
shop.
you need, I'll help you find who does.
Okay.
Cornflakes is trying to make friends with crows. That's pretty good.
That can work. You can definitely they are possessed of long enough memories that you can develop a relationship with like the crows in your neighborhood. Miss Isles here is pretty good. Deal 20 damage with multicast 2, and it only has 1 ammo, but when you use your core, this reloads and also gains ammo. So it's a 4-second non-tech item. Let me buy. You know what? I like missiles quite a lot. Let's replace these. This could be one of my tech items. Like I could. It probably makes more sense to do that. Have this be one of the items that's charging the Tesla coil, because in theory this should be going off a lot later in the fight. And does this build make any sense at all? Are we doing anything at all here, Amabel?
Even when you are, I can't tell if you are. So I'm not the one to ask. I'm trying real hard to follow, but
all right, we've lost our first 2 fights, which is a pretty bad omen in my experience. So you can see as more and more things begin to fly, the build is going to accelerate. The items are going off more often. We're doing real damage. We beat that guy up. That guy's build is basically nothing. This is just a bunch of items he saw that all have the word poison on them.
yeah.
At some point, you're playing against other people who have also just like lost a lot. At some point, you're going to run into somebody whose build is so bad that you get away with it, regardless of what you're doing. Let's go down to the docks and earn some coin. I'm going to work in maintenance, so we're going to get 2 gold and a shield item from any hero. It's a colander. Whenever you use a small item, this gains 10 shield for the fight. That's not very compelling.
Yeah, I think there are holes in that plan.
Amabel.
Yeah.
How dare you? So Barkun here buys small items at a slightly higher value than the other merchants. He loves a little trinket. He loves a cute little item. We're gonna sell him some of our busted old shit that we don't want. I'm not using this laser pistol. I'm not using this Hamlet. These are cool in theory, but I just don't think we have space for them. And I think they're never going to hit hard enough to matter.
It's smaller than Quixel.
Do we want to sell any of our other small stuff? I mean, I don't think this ladle's gonna. I don't know. Maybe we hold on to this. So like, the items that I'm holding on to here are things that I'm thinking we might swap into, or that we might get better value for. Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna sell the med kit. The extra 1 gold is better than getting the extra heal effect out of it, I think. I might sell the GPU too. It's hard for me to imagine. It helps us get to the part where everything's accelerated, but then it doesn't really do anything once you are there. And the stuff we have on our board is doing more lifting than that, I think. Now, Power Drill here. Power Drill is a strategy. If you get a lot of things that do things on your board, obviously you can charge this very quickly and have it go off a lot. We're not really in that place. We have like a burn item, a poison item. Rocket Launcher is cool because it has multicast 3. So, it really benefits a lot from any kind of boosts you can lay on it. I also could buy a Temporal Navigator. and let it just sit in my inventory and generate relics for us every day, and maybe we'll get something cool, and if not, we at least can sell the thing that we get. We have a little bit of space left over. I'm gonna do that. This is gonna generate money for us, and sometimes you get some really cool items from it. There are a lot of neat relics. So we beat up the teacher. Shall we also beat up this student?
Yeah.
So overwhelmed. The cat is sitting on the keyboard typing the same character over and over again. Classic. I mean, your items are not actually that good for me. The worrywart is a frog with an anxiety disorder. And here is a hexa. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine, I suppose. I don't know that any of these fights are going to give us anything that's like particularly worth having.
No more assignments.
This skill, I guess, is pretty all right. First time you fall below half health each fight, it charges some of your items, help dig you out of the hole you found yourself in.
When the municipality annexes the bazaar, my degree will be worthless anyway. Ugh.
I do like this rate. You kind of have to, like, when you get a gold item so fast, it really does exert a tremendous pull on your board. Another fortune cookie. All right, let's level up here.
You learn. We're a good team.
When you use a tool, adjacent items gain 3% crit chance. So we would want to reset like this. This would give crit chance to both of those things. That's pretty all right. The first time you use an item each fight, shield for some. Defense grid is always just like generally very good. Not very good. It's always generally good. It's just like provide a little bit of extra protection each fight. Yeah, let's take a defense grid.
But it's beautiful up there.
And I do love to do the mountain pass. There's a huge number of different results you can get from aiding a caravan on the Great Plateau. Sometimes you just do the job, you get paid, you get some XP. A fair amount of the time you get a monster fight out of it. Something attacks the caravan and you get to fight it. And that's a pretty good reward. You can end up with a fair amount of bonus money and XP.
Discounts for peace.
And every once in a while a bad thing happens. Sometimes you contract a disease or something. There's tech that charges when you use your core. This charges the tech item to the right 1 second, and when you haste this, charge it 1 second. It's a little slow to be part of that like super speed build. I think we just kind of whiffed here. This does not seem like a very interesting shop, unfortunately. All right, let's see if this guy's build is a little more intimidating than the Mac we just went up against. Okay, he's got some pretty hard-hitting items, and he's got these lumbors that every time they swing will buff all of his other weapons. He is damaging us faster than we are damaging him.
I bet I'll see you again.
Yeah, and accelerating faster, I think, than we were accelerating, and just generally winning. Hey, Amabel.
You're winning.
No. No, I'm not. That's the problem. So today's relic that we got was this Dragon's Breath. When you use an adjacent item or a flying item, this gains 5 burn damage. But it only has 1 ammo. This is a potion. This is a throwing potion. This I don't think is very good for us. But we do get to sell it for 4 gold. Hold on a second before we do that.
I'm looking at your board state at your strategy, and I feel like the strategy where they think you're losing, so you can secretly win by the end. I think that's good strats.
What strategy? Who's they? What?
The opponents? The
What
game?
What are you?
You're tricking the game.
Okay, we did some work for a caravan and got pretty paid. That's rad. Give me just a silver tier item on level up. The pulse rifle's not. It's not a horrible item. If we play it in space of the welding helmet here, well, it's a tech item though, so it won't get boosted. It won't get boosted by the Tesla coil. I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
it's a fine item, and I don't by that mean like, she's a fine boat or whatever. I mean, like, it's fine. It's like a 5 out of 10. I'm not seeing anything to really like build around just yet, aside from the launcher core. And the launcher core isn't an item that kills people, you know, it's an enabler. Still feeling pretty unsure. Let's see if we can... I don't want to lose a fight against an NPC. That would be pretty embarrassing. I would love to get an event ticket, or a crash site ticket. This guy has some stuff that's pretty good. You know what?
I mean no one harm, but harm keeps happening.
So he's got this atomic clock, which has a 1 second cooldown, but only 3 ammo. So it goes off really fast 3 times at the beginning of the fight, and increases an enemy's cooldown, an enemy item's cooldown by 1 second every time it goes off. It's a very annoying item, and it can absolutely devastate somebody. If somebody has a board where they're relying on a fast item, and this hits it and, you know, increases its cooldown by 50% or something, that's a pretty big deal. Unfortunately, you don't have any control over what item it hits, so... Instead, we got a rivet gun, which honestly is probably pretty good for the thing we're doing, kind of. If we can find room for it. So, do we want to take our 50 gold and try to, like, yeah, let's see if we can get a hold of a cool weapon. Something that's, like, very compelling. None of this stuff is very compelling. Here's the Armadillo, which obviously plays very well with you having a lot of shielding items. The power drill, the rocket launcher, I mean... I believe day 6 is when you start seeing slightly better stuff in the shops, so it may just be that we're out of luck until I'm looking for the hydraulic press. Deal 100 damage for each type this has, 16-second cooldown, but at the end of each fight, it permanently destroys the item that is to the left of it, gains 2 gold, and then permanently gains that item's types. So you can sort of build it up over time, right? Just keep feeding it items until it gains a ton of different types. I mean, there's something to that.
Yeah.
And I think it works while it's in your inventory. I think it will crunch up stuff in your inventory. The Z-Sword deals a reasonable amount of damage and burn. Adjacent items' cooldowns are reduced, and it has multicast if you have a large item. I'm flailing really something fierce here. You know? Do you feel it?
I do feel like you're flailing, and I wish I could offer advice, and I don't.
Mister,
Because of so much, I can't.
So this has the large weapon. This has the weapon and tool types already. The size tags are always true to the item size. You can't get the other size tags. So right now, the only tag that we have that we could feed to this thing is Relic. And in theory, this Deadly Cog is kind of cool, actually, because of the way it feeds an item crit chance repeatedly. Like, if we did end up on some kind of big weapon build, I could feed it the Temporal Navigator, and we gain Tech and Vehicle, which are some fairly unusual types. But then we're not getting free items anymore. I like my free items. Heck yeah. Like we could pay 8 money to feed it the Z sword and just get the tech tag. Not a super compelling first day. I'm gonna feed it the temporal navigator. We're gonna get it some types.
Okay.
And that'll happen before the beginning of the new day, so we won't get another item from the navigator. So I don't need to make space.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes
Our build is absolutely capable of winning fights against people with mediocre or bad boards.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, if you're wondering why I'm not like doing anything or changing anything, partially it's that, and partially it's that we don't really have anything to change to. But like we can maybe win this. A lot of this person's defense is shield based, and poison ignores shield.
like my crew says at the
So-
bar. Another round.
Never mind, we actually misiled through the shield as well. So this person was getting a lot of their shielding from Mr. Richardson, who gains shield whenever you
Oh.
haste or slow. But Mr. Richardson was neither fast enough nor slow enough, it turns out, to save her on that one. Okay. Day 6, I think, is when you can start occasionally getting gold items in the shop. We also have another Ray here. It is certainly possible to just like get a bunch of Rays together and have them buff each other like crazy. We should also be on the lookout for things to feed to our hydraulic press. So the stuff that has like weird typing or a bunch of types on it. Here's a Gearnola bar. Delicious. So whenever we sell a tool or tech item, the Gearnola bar gets stronger, and eventually when we sell it, we eat it and gain some max health. It's a thing we can build up over time. I'm gonna buy these.
It's a weird thing, the selling as eating.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Dinosaur
It's
relic
like-
apparel.
If I was gonna get money every time I ate something, I want to live in the bazaar. I can do it.
So I'm gonna buy this. This makes adjacent items dinosaurs, and then has +1 multicast for each relic or dinosaur that you have, which is pretty. Like, it's actually a pretty okay item. Mostly I'm buying it because it has 3 new types for our press, but it isn't impossible that we could just play this if things shift, you know? If we find some good dinosaur/relic stuff to support. We could go try to buy weapons. We could go almost anywhere. The aerodrome. Travel almost anywhere with infinite rerolls. We do have quite a lot of money. Let's see what the aerodrome shows us. Do we want some Vanessa items? So, if we wanted to get on like a Vanessa strategy, Vanessa has a lot of very fast items. And so we could get potentially for our launcher core thing to, to be charging and distributing charge very quickly. And she has some cool flying items that go into that low cooldown build, but her stuff's going to be very expensive. It's always like weirdly expensive to buy from the other hero. The reroll cost in the other hero shops is like 8. We don't have that much money, and we'd be really looking to spend a lot of money on this because we'd want to buy several Vanessa items to get that build going. I think we're going to reroll. Show me a different shop. The cafe. I don't love the cafe here. I don't want gumballs. I want a shop. Well, the character shops are not what we're looking for necessarily, but let's see. Let's see what Stell's got. Okay, that's interesting. So, solar drone here flies itself, and it gains shielding whenever you burn. So if we commit to a little bit more burn, that could be something. We have the weather machine, which is wild. 2 items start flying, freeze an item on each player's board, slow all items when it goes off. as a large vehicle property tech. This will buff up your burn items, and it charges quickly if you have tools and vehicles. I don't know. Amabel, I'm experiencing a kind of malaise here.
Yeah.
No, not yeah. Help me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know what to...
I know you're yeah. I don't need any of that
No,
noise.
This is a sympathetic yeah.
All right.
I can see that you're struggling, and it's... But I don't have a way to... I feel like I don't have a way to help.
Just get good at this video game that you told us many times is too complicated for you. And then use those skills to help me. Upgrading the launcher core.
When I have trouble in a video game, you know what I do?
What's that?
I just click. I make decisions as fast as possible. It might not be the right decisions. I just do things and commit, because then it'll be over sooner, and then you won't make me play it again.
Make you play.
In its deep gloom.
I love you.
Always with this thing where you make it sound like I'm a slave driver, forcing you to do all these things that you hate to do. You see, like, stuff's getting charged. Like, you see how the build is accelerating. The items are going faster and faster as more and more of them fly. Like, it's kind of doing stuff, right? The rays are scaling up, and I don't know. Some extract. We'll go ahead and sell that to improve our poison ray. Let's take a chance on a gold tier or higher encounter. Mysterious portal. Turn. Tell me the lesson that I should learn. This guy will sell us a diamond tier item. Or the Grandmaster will offer to upgrade the one skill that we have. Lux, show me something worth having.
I challenge you to afford something.
A deadly dino saddle. Your vehicles have +1 multicast. If you have a dinosaur, this is a vehicle. Your vehicles have +1 multicast. So our, it's worth noting, our hydraulic press is a vehicle.
Okay.
It's also a dinosaur. So it makes this a vehicle.
Man, do you think I can make a hydraulic press in Besiege? Just a wheeling thing and just lift it up and...
Where you, like, load the thing you need to destroy onto it and then squish it from above?
I just need to make a thing lift up and then come back down.
I gotta be honest with you, sweetie. Well, that's that's not a hydraulic press, though. Like, the hydraulic press, the thing has to be held in place, and what you're talking about is a hammer. We have a name for that kind of thing, and the name is hammer. It's good to have a hammer. So if I took this and I used it to give the hydraulic press multicast, our hydraulic press is already swinging for 700. When this scales up in rarity, okay, it scales up the damage per type, not the cooldown stays 1 billion. But we could accelerate this. I've never really seen anybody do a good job with the hydraulic press. I'm wondering if it's even possible. Am I going to feed it the granola bar so that it gains the food type? I'm speculatively buying a dino saddle. We're not going to re-roll this shop because it costs 1 billion. But that's interesting, right? Just in case I forget to do anything else, let's throw this over here. Am I right that that's interesting?
If you have to ask the price, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Tech tool, tech. Nitro burns both players for 4 and charges an item by 1 second, just any item. So, not a lot of control there. I'm definitely thinking this like the Tesla coil. We're gonna start getting outscaled here, pretty bad. We got a lot of really old, kind of crummy items on our board. Whenever an adjacent item poisons, charge this, and it does some freezing. That's pretty cool. Friend Relic Dinosaur Tool. Unfortunately, you already have... Well, you don't have Friend.
You're a smart one for your size.
I think I'm just gonna feed... I just bought that as a feed to the thing here. Because it should be a friend, you know?
Yeah.
Do I want a blue beetle? Nah, let's stay the path for right now. I don't know how much bigger this hydraulic press would need to get for it to be like good enough. 16 seconds is a thing that, like, when it goes off, the fight has to end, right? And right now, doing 700 damage, you know, that's not going to cut it. Boy, the amount of healing that I'm doing is, or the amount of shielding that I'm doing is scaling up pretty quickly during the fight, but just nowhere near what this guy needed. So he has a hover tech. When your flying item crits, it stops flying, but your flying items have major crit chance, and then you have that plus launcher core, keeping everything flying all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's something. Skills aren't really doing very much. I don't know. That guy's build is bad, and it beat us, so... Problems. So problems. Still seeing a lot of silver in the shop. So if we put this down here, we got 800 damage out of it with multicast. I mean, the multicast is a big deal.
Yeah.
So we would want the rest of our stuff to be stuff where we're definitely charging the launcher core quickly. We could put the rivet gun down here and have it feeding charge into the thing. One thing that's kind of problematic about this is, like, I can't put items on both, the good items on both sides of it, because it will destroy the thing that's to the left of it every fight. But if we... So this is going to go off twice. It's not like a huge amount of shield. It's not amazing. I mean, the other thing we could do is, like, maintain the weird core synergy over here. These things are not going off all that fast. But because we're using such large items, the launcher core has everything on our board flying after the second activation. I don't want this thing to not be gaining types. But we are running out of stuff to feed it. So okay, let's say we do this for the next monster encounter, just so it eats at the end of the fight, because we should be able to beat a monster encounter with one dead item slot. I don't have a ton of money. I kind of want to save up, so just give me a small weapon. Oof, we're definitely not keeping that. Shield skills, crit skills. We do have a deadly item. So we have an item that's going to crit some amount. It's going to crit by adding more shield to us than it is supposed to, which is not like the most exciting thing. But if we can get something cool to happen to trigger on those crits, that's, I mean... Okay, something like this is actually not horrible.
Tell no one.
Alright, and then let's fight a nerd. So this guy just punches you with brass knuckles. He's got 1700 base health, and his max health is going to be increasing. He's going to be using, he's lifting weights. He's got his ointment, which is going to power the weights. Restorative lifting gloves. Yeah, if we could beat this guy, it would be sick. But I'm a little unsure. I think we can definitely beat the Viper Tyrant. We gotta win right now. What I need is winning.
All right.
Yeah, see, we don't have the items are not feeding each other as much anymore. But when the hydraulic press goes off, it presses.
Pretty good.
He gave us a piece of loot that we really don't want. I definitely don't want anything consuming the left eye bonus. For the moment, this is as big as we can get this, right? We haven't seen another tag. We're definitely not keeping that. What am I looking for? Amabel, what am I looking for? In life.
I'm pretty late.
A missiles upgrade?
Yeah.
We're not even playing missiles anymore.
But that's what you're looking for in life.
All right, okay, all right. Okay.
Now trot it to your ear.
Sweetie, if you had missiles, if you were upgraded so you had missiles you could fire at people, you would be so much happier.
Yeah, can I tell you, I'm feeling a little like, this is not a bit. I don't know, my brain is just not, I feel smooth brained right now. I feel like the ideas are slipping off of me. Where the hell are all my hydraulic press upgrades?
That's how I usually feel when you play the Bazaar. So
They try to give me an infernal catapult. This is not a good item. Hold on, let me sell an item so that I can take this item so that I can sell this item. All right, we'll have a decent amount of money for shopping tomorrow at least. Okay, so here's a guy who has lost the same number of
Whatever you want,
battles that we've lost.
it's not what you'll get.
Man, fucking log trap. Yeah, diamond log trap already. Log trap's gonna hit me for my entire health pool. He hardly has to do anything else. But then we put him in the hydraulic press. I mean, it got there. You can't argue with that. We sure did put that man in a hydraulic press. Okay, upgrade. Please upgrade my hydraulic press. There we go. Now it's doing 1600 damage twice. That feels a little better, right?
yeah.
People here look so vulnerable.
Adjacent items cooldowns are reduced by 20%. It's a 5-second cooldown item. What if we replace the rays on the board with this, put it next to the hydraulic press and something else. I don't know what else. I don't know what else we would put next to it. And the Tesla core is not happening, right? We're past that. I'm gonna hold on to missiles for like a surprise, because gold missiles is pretty good. This is surprise pivot protection. Let's grab the Z shield. Put the Z shield over here. So we're no longer really getting like rivet gun value. I mean, like we could go like this. So the Z shield is reducing the cooldown of the launcher core and the hydraulic press. It's taking like 3 seconds off of the hydraulic press. I mean, it's something. It's doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the faster that goes off.
Yeah, now that this is doing base almost 3,200 damage, for the moment at least, that's pretty compelling. Do I want a gold tier item that I'm almost certainly going to sell, or 2 gold and a gold tier loot item that I'm definitely going to sell? We got a raffle ticket. It is worth between 0 and 20 gold. Let's find out how much. It was 9. That's fine. That's a fine amount of money. You can see over here my the little stash item like changes based on how much money you have. When we sold that raffle ticket, we bought a lot of cookies with the proceeds. Start of each fight, burn 15 is probably not super relevant. First 4 times you slow, charge a burn item. I'm going to go for the Infernal Frigate because the Infernal Frigate has an expedition ticket in its inventory. Maybe we can win ourselves a trip to a fancy temple. Crunch. And I'm still on the lookout for things that have new types that this thing doesn't have yet, because we could still get upgrades potentially. Although we'd have to weaken our board for a little while in order to do so. At this point, we could start taking gumballs with the hope of just like increasing the crit chance on this thing enough.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Well, but like doing that, so like you throw 10 gold at the gumball machine. We're certainly not done with upgrades, and I also don't necessarily think this is probably not an end of run strategy. At some point, people's health pools are going to start scaling up toward 5 digits, and our hydraulic press is going to look a lot sadder. So I think I don't think there's really like a non-weapon item that I think I might just like take a bonus shield for the next fight. Feels bad because it's not developing your board or your health pool in any way, but I just don't think I want to spend money on that stuff right now. I'll take a weapon vendor. Okay, so the Dinosaur, little baby T-Rex. A thing that a lot of the dinosaurs.
The hydraulic press, get rid of it. Put dinosaur in there.
I think a lot of the dinosaurs do is they have a sort of like destroying enemy items sub theme, which is pretty fun. Cora here is the poison core. It deals damage based on the amount of poison that's on the enemy, and when you use any item to its right, deal poison damage. And we could transition into like a Cora build. We still have that gold poison ray. I didn't sell it. That's totally a possibility. If we sell the deadly cog and the welding helmet, or the missiles, we could just buy this and hold it for the moment and try to keep winning with the hydraulic press for now, but build up the pivot in our inventory while we're doing so, because we are going to have to switch at some point. I'm gonna do this.
And when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Because like this represents, I think, a reasonable secondary strategy, and one that will scale better into the super late game. But for right now, if we can get a couple more, put the man in the press victories, I'll take them. So this, he's got the Ankylosaurus. Look at him.
Oh, it's so good.
That's very difficult. That's very difficult not to love, right?
Yeah.
Also, whenever your dinosaurs or relics deal damage, you immediately get shield equal to the amount of damage that you dealt, plus whatever's on this thing.
I mean, I've seen you make that face before.
I make that face all the time, yeah. Oh no! A non-lethal hydraulic press. So it's gonna go off again because our opponent forgot to build in a way that deals damage. There's actually kind of a lot of burn on us there. We really produce a lot of shield at this point.
Baby, you won.
Yeah, and we're in prize now. At least we're not going home empty-handed.
Yeah, I call that a victory.
4 wins is get some chests. We're not shopping. We're taking regen. I am too broke to shop right now. Let me do stuff. I really don't want to start your next fight with shield before a monster fight. That feels like a total waste. I will look at the shop. We're not going to reroll anything here. Yeah, like this is just kind of a dead. But there was a small chance that there would have been something worth selling stuff for. Okay. So now we have the chance to improve something. And we have to decide how much we want to commit to this hydraulic press. Because I could put like fiery on it. Right, and then burn equal to 10% of this item's damage. So when it goes off, it'll do what it does plus like 300 burn. Which obviously will help keep it live and relevant for a little while longer. Or we could just start improving the items that are, in our pivot strategy. Right, as this thing gains more poison ability, it'll gain more fire. Right, the burn will be based on the damage, which will be based on a multiplier of the enemy's poison. So it would probably be this that we would want to enchant. If we're going to enchant anything for the later strategy.
I'm very upset, but can you hover on that again?
Yeah.
Why is there not a period after the A?
No, you're right. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, and now it's going to bother me. So thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I guess enchant that one, but I don't.
I don't trust
Again,
this.
I
I don't
don't
trust
approve
this
the last
press.
period.
I think the press is going to run out on us. The other enchant there was Deadly, which when you enchant like a combat item, generally what it does is it gives it plus 50% crit chance. But the real hot shit is putting Deadly on stuff that can't crit by itself, like the launcher core or something. Because generally what it will do is distribute Deadly. It'll be like the two adjacent items get 30%, or like on this, I bet it's all your flying items get some amount of crit. Yeah, your flying items get 40% crit chance. And by the end of the fight, all of your items are flying, right? So you get a much better total payout by putting Deadly on your support items usually. But I like a good offensive enchant on what is going to be my big punchy item. Cloud Top Admiral. Ooh, when your items start flying, charge a weapon 1 second would actually be really nice to have. Lost Hero is a more recent addition, and I'm not as familiar with his stuff. When you regen, weapon gains damage. All item cooldowns are increased by 1 second, but your items with a cooldown of 8 or higher have +1 multicast. It's kind of interesting. The Flamberge is a huge item that doesn't deal that much damage, but has quadruple crit. Okay. I think I'm going to go after the Cloud Top Admiral because I think that skill is the most exciting. This skill right here is the most exciting piece of loot we have available. If we got that skill, I'd probably take the Rivet Gun out of the build so that it doesn't eat any of the procs. We'll throw in like the Shield Ray or something. But instead, we got her stupid battle balloon. I don't want this shit. Get out of here. All right. I still don't really think we're in a good position to shop, but Pearl's Dig Site will give us a free item. And we can re-roll for to see different items we could get for free. But we could just take this and sell it and call ourselves up 12 gold.
Okay.
When you use a flying item, shield 50. The thing about this is she can show you anything. You can get anything from her. So like items from other characters, items that have enchantments on them, including Shiny, which is the enchantment that's really hard to get because it gives multicast and it's crazy powerful. This item's not that good, but Shiny on a lot of things is pretty dangerous. I'm going to reroll once or twice. Let's give the game the chance to show us a high roll, and then we'll just take something and sell it if we don't get anything cool in the first couple rolls. We will not do worse than break even. You know what? I will take an insect wing. And we will sell this insect wing for more money than we paid for it and also reduce the cooldown of our hydraulic press. It was like a more than half a second that we took off there. Hey, let's stop by Dooley's crib. Some of the bazaar's most remarkable technology has been collected here. So we can get an enchanted friend or tech that could come from any hero. We could upgrade our core and gain 10% max health. This core upgrade would make it so every item on our board is flying after the first activation, which means we'd be in the everything charging everything state right away. 10% max HP is not bad either. Yeah, I'll take the firmware upgrade. All right, we're up against another Diamond Dooley here. Let's see if we are starting to get to the point where we have to think about changing out our press. If our press was diamond tier, then that would buy us some time as well because that increases the scaling per type. That said, the opponent is not really dealing damage to us very quickly, so we do in fact get to press him again. And the second time we crit one of the presses. I mean, it's working.
From the videos you show me on YouTube, it's not very often a thing needs a second hydraulic pressing.
Yeah, usually when we watch stuff from the hydraulic press channel, which is a guilty pleasure of mine, it's not even that guilty, which is a pleasure. Yeah, the press does the job. Okay, so the Shrouded Figure is here. Shrouded Figure is upon us. We can pick a chest and gain 1, 2, or 3 XP. Pick a chest and gain 10, 20, or 30 gold. Or pay 30 gold to get a legendary item. Missiles sells for almost exactly enough.
A longer life.
And we could get something really cool. And in my experience, if you don't get something really cool, these usually sell for enough that you at least get your money back. A tracer pistol? Huh. I've never seen this item before. So 6 shots at 2 seconds per... That's very interesting. So obviously it's really good. Like once it's flying, it's really good for charging up your launcher core. but it's going to burn through its ammo so fast, and we don't really have the crits to reload it. But if we did have a crit build, I mean, that's interesting. It sadly does not sell for very, well, I mean, 12 is not nothing, but it doesn't sell for all that much. So we came out pretty far behind on money there. But very interesting stuff. Let's go meet our friend Simon. This is a robot child. Teaches skills unique to Dooley. Like what? When you use a core, your shield items gain 10 shield. Of both of our items having multicast, that's kind of nice. The first 10 times you core each fight, slow an item for 2 seconds. When you use a core, reduce an item's cooldown by 5%. We don't really get to pick. I mean, titanium casing's not horrible.
I updated your drivers. Can you feel it?
Hulking experiment. When you use an item with ammo, it gains 10% crit chance. If we got parting shot, that would almost make that pistol viable by itself. That's really interesting. I kind of want to just do that. The property baron has a bunch of weird property and value stuff. It doesn't really play with what we're doing. The core is like a facility, right? But yeah, but it doesn't have the property tag. Let's see if we can get that skill. And if not, we'll just, craunch this thing and go home. I'm a little surprised that this build is hanging on as long as it is, because I don't think it's super compelling. But there's a lot to be said for just do 3,200 damage to somebody.
Yeah.
But it is starting to require us to reliably hit a second press, and that's it's going to be a problem. I shouldn't. No, it's a potion. We're not going to ever use that potion. We still don't have enough money to actually go to the shopping, though. So this slows an item whenever you slow poison 2. I'm sorry, Chem Snail. I think you're probably just a little too little. Right? Like, that's not... Yeah, it's not a compelling amount of poison. Well, maybe once the chorus... maybe we should have held on to it for the Cora pivot. Provided that we do the Cora pivot. Let's go have an epic battle. Let's fight a monster. I could use some more money. And I think we can take this thing. The downside of this guy is that most of his damage, of course, is poison, so it does not... it ignores our shield. But we have a lot of health. And he does not. Especially now that he's been through the hydraulic press. Okay, we did get a skill. While we're poisoned, our items cool down faster. While our enemies are poisoned, their items cool down slower. That's, I mean, it's probably relevant. Especially, again, pivot, etc. Okay. Pig. Pigs tend to have big health pools. There's several pig strategies that rely on increasing your health pool. So we're seeing a 4,300 here. 4,300 with some amount of healing. His damage output's going to be a little scary. He is going to be critting us very hard. Can we get a lucky crit? We did. I think we crit both of the press hits, which at 16% crit chance is not very likely. Amabel, are we going to get to 7 wins off of the stupid hydraulic press? I think we might.
Maybe.
I think it might occur.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling better?
No, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I feel like we haven't seen another item type in a while. Somebody in chat pointed out that if we get items from other characters, they'll probably have... That'll give us a better chance of getting weird tags, and that is definitely true. Show me a friend. Damn. That's not a friend with cool tags at all. Hey, Valpak. Valpak sells discounted items. Okay. So this antimatter chamber.
Yeah.
Whenever you use an item with the tech tag, charge it 2 seconds. When this is destroyed, destroy 3 enemy items. And when it goes off, like... we're not... No, the Dino Saddle is definitely not tech. We're not in a place to make this work. I do love this item very much, and I've had a lot of very fun runs with it. I don't think we're in this place. But every time I see it, I do have to, like... I had to give myself a moment here to think about it.
We have someone in chat referring to you as her favorite bizarre streamer.
Oh, that's sweet. What if we had another ray? Pick up another ray for the pivot.
Might as well stock up.
Cora and the lasers is our pivot now. It's feeling... I don't know. This is such a fake build. So we could Z sword instead of Z shield. It does the same 20% reduction. And there's something to be said for dealing some damage instead of just sitting behind a thing. But like freezing the enemy items is helping us survive to get our shield off. I think I'm going to leave it. And it doesn't feel like it's worth paying 24 gold for what is maybe not even actually an upgrade. We're going to take another shot at getting that crit skill. But you can see, like, my health pool now is 5,000. I think we are at a point here where we are reliably looking at having to hit the press twice to kill any, to kill players. Having to hit the press twice or having to hit crits off of it. There's still a chance we could upgrade it. There's still a chance we could get an enchant that would be relevant.
Any good fights
We
lately?
could probably do something here at the item shop. When you use another tech, charge this, and this has a quest to gain multicast. I mean, it's just not very impressive, is it, relative to what we're doing now? That amount of damage looks small. It looks pitiful. Yeah, we whipped here. I was really hoping to see a press. Ooh, the artist will allow us to enchant an item. We don't get to know what the enchantment is. We just got to throw an item in there and hope. It's the press, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can push. Okay, so we got deadly. So now we're at 66% crit chance, and you know, those double crits are starting to look a little bit more reasonable. But yeah, people up at 5K. This strategy is going to stop working. Oh God, he's got a turbo beast of burden. Oh, it's gonna bite us. It's gonna bite us so fiercely. Look at that. Look at all the biting.
Aw.
Yeah, and our press did not double crit. It would have had to have double crit there. Actually, wait, did it double crit? Recap. Yeah, it did, right? 4,200? No, that's not a double. No, that's a single crit. Okay, but yes, like we're getting to that point. It's time to pivot probably. We just hit our somebody has to come in and save our lives. So the pivot. I'm trying to figure out what I think needs an enchantment. So like when you hit 0 prestige for the first time, for people who are not familiar, Futura comes to save you and offers you either to upgrade all of your items to at least gold, or to enchant one of your items, or to give you 20 gold and 5 XP, which is more than half of a level. I want to take the crossroads. I think I want to get an enchantment. So we're being shown here, enchant an item with the ability to heal, or enchant an item with give you shield. if we're gonna do this Cora swap, here let's see what it actually looks like. I think the press has just outlived its usefulness. We're outscaling. So let's say we cut the press. Let's say we cut this and this. We bring in all of these, right? Maybe we actually keep the Z shield over the Dino Saddle. Not to say that we don't ever put the Dino Saddle back in, but when we don't have a dinosaur, it's a little bit less fun. And then we can put this adjacent to the Cora and something else. Cora, when we use any item to Cora's right, we put a bunch of poison up. When we use any item to Cora's left, we charge the Cora. I think I want to just like really lay on the poison, right?
Sure.
This thing has to be adjacent to when I use a core or array, this and adjacent items gain burn. Since Cora is our other burn item, we do want this adjacent to the Cora. But I also want the Cora adjacent to the Z shield as well. So one of these two items has to be to the left. The Z shield goes off more often, so that makes me, I think, want it on the right side. Ah, this wants to be adjacent to... Damn it. This also wants to be adjacent to the thing. See, the Epsilon Ray doesn't care where the items are. It just gains shielding on any shield item. This will only affect adjacent items. So if we have to do that...
And the one on the left, is that also not the item on the left?
The Omega Ray?
Yeah, it also... we use a core array, so it's okay. Never mind, I misread that.
Yeah. So when we use Cora and the launcher core are both cores, and the 3 rays obviously are rays. So most of our items trigger the rays, all 3 of our rays when they go off, which is cool. I don't know. We do this, and then like we probably have enough shielding coming in already. It's tempting to Guardian's Gorge and put shield on something since we have something that increases the rate of, increases the amount of our shields. But at the moment, I feel like we're pretty soft to poison damage, and this would help fight poison damage. If we gave something the ability to heal us. Do we just accept that we're weak against poison damage and have to try to outrace it? Play the Guardian's Gorge for the accelerated defense against everything else, the more common builds, and then... I'm going to choose to put Restorative on the Z Shield, I think. And so this is healing equal to the item's shield, and so as the shield climbs from Epsilon Ray and titanium casing, the healing amount will go up with it. And then here we can take an item upgrade or a skill. I'm going to take an item upgrade and push our Gamma Ray, I think. Doesn't change the cooldown any, but I think that's right.
That's a fine piece. The fire softens before it strengthens.
Okay, let's see if this works any better. Let's see if this is a little more competitive against these large health pools. I sure hope so.
Profit 10.
You use a small item, charge your core 1 second, and this gains 50 damage. That's probably not it. All your items start flying. Destroy this and an enemy item with no cooldown. So you blow up your enemy passive items. That's cool. Here's the Dualtron. You can see it's got the Z shield and the Z sword on its back, and it's made up of the beetle friends. See
okay.
all Voltrons together there. That's pretty cute. So when you do the things that the beetles do, it charges for 2 seconds. When you use any friend as shields, and then It takes a while to go off, but when it goes off for a bunch. And the idea is if you have all the other beetles, then you're charging it constantly, and it's a cool idea. It's not the thing we're doing. We did not really see any improvements for the thing we are doing, unfortunately. Take a free loot item here. Oh, interesting. So I was hoping for like bonus XP or something. But there's a Crimson Orchid in this pool. When you sell this, your leftmost weapon permanently gains lifesteal. I think we're going to put a little bit of lifesteal on the old Korra. So now whenever Korra deals damage, with the damage part, we get healed for that much as well. And I think we got to go Trash Titan here. Trash Titan has one of the most valuable skills in the game if you're using large items. Whenever you use a small item, charge a large item for 1 second. If all of our rays, in addition to their other effects, also put 1 second of charge on Korra, I think that would be very good. Now, as always, that's just, you know, one of the many... Sorry, what?
It's so weird how you make decisions, because like you're like, well, this thing is like mechanical. I pick whatever thing is cutest.
So you would also pick the Trash Titan.
No.
Look at him. Look at him. Look how happy he is. He's melting that guy. Yeah.
He looks red and agitated. It looks like someone is not using lotion.
I think I hear what you're saying, and I hate it. I hate that I do. Let's go through the mysterious portal. Let's get in a fight.
I didn't make him that shape.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm not... do we have, like... Theoretically, we can still feed stuff to the hydraulic press. I don't know.
I mean, just think of the hydraulic press had lifesteal.
I think our mysterious portal here really whiffed. I was hoping to find monsters to fight. I don't really want to buy toys or apparel, I don't think.
Never too old to play.
If we buy this pinata and then sell it, we'll get some crappy small items. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 3 seconds. And this can definitely play into one of those like go really fast builds where you're just like cycling items real quick. But how much do I specifically care about having these rays? Because we could play this and have it going off constantly and feeding the launcher core constantly. We don't actually even really... Do we need the launcher core? It is going to help us, again, fire Korra more and more often. I don't know, Amabel. It feels like I can't think.
I'm sorry.
Want some gumballs? I'm selling this hydraulic press. And this thing. Let's take some gumballs. So, bonus shield. Bonus max HP. Bonus crit chance is what I'm really hoping for. We're looking for blue gumballs. But, you know, the other ones do something. I could have just taken plus regen, the plus regen drink. Maybe I should have. All right, let's see how it goes. If we lose this fight, we are out. If we win this fight, we have made the next prize tier. So keep your eyes on the Korra. Oh, this person has a lot of poisonous fish on their board. So notice the damage on the Korra scaling up pretty dramatically.
Next time, boys. Less blunder, more plunder.
There we go. Korra hits for 3k and doesn't even need multi-strike to do it. I told you this strategy would be better. We had to find the pieces is all.
I'm still mad about the punctuation.
If you know you are the best, is not humility a deception?
Rightmost item gets a bunch of bonus crit chance. Probably not. First 10 times you use a tool each fight. Probably not. Show me more skills. Non-weapon items have a bunch of bonus crit chance. I mean, that's everything except Korra is affected by that. That's kind of interesting. If you have at least 7 items, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, of course. I mean, I guess I'll take this. This is fine. When fire or poison items crit, they just apply more of the thing. I don't know if it's double. It's probably double. We could get 28 extra regen, or I could go shopping for crit items. The most likely thing to happen here is that we do not end up actually using any crit items. But there's a small chance that we can get some, you can get crit loot from this shop that you can, sell and improve the crit chance of your stuff. Also, I don't know, there's a small chance we'll see something and it'll be so exciting it'll just like totally change our whole deal. Or I could just accept 28 regen. I'm taking the small chance to make things better.
I enjoy what they make
Okay.
me to do.
It's not impossible that we could see something here that would replace part of our build. We didn't. It didn't. It didn't happen.
I have no markup for my labor.
I was really hoping for the crit loot, which I have seen in that shop before. At this point, Ayla wouldn't be able to offer us any upgrades to the stuff we're doing on our board, so I'm not super jazzed about going to see her. Void Shield. Shield equal to an enemy's burn. When an enemy uses an item, burn 1. That's... I don't think we use that, but that's interesting. Lord of the Wastes has a skill that we might get some value out of. I think we might take Lord of the Wastes just hoping for clockwork blades, actually. Because, like, Gibbous has a weird skill where all items get slowed and this includes your opponent's item. I don't know. And there is still, of course, the parting shot thing, but it's looking less and less likely that we're going to be using that sword or that pistol ever. So, yeah, you know what? Let's see if we can get a cooldown reduction on all of our items. That would be handy. I'm a little worried about how long it takes our build to start doing stuff. There are definitely some Vanessa builds that are going to win the game before our first item goes off. But at this point, we've got 7 wins, and I guess it's kind of whatever. At this point, it is what it is, but your builds have to be, increasingly unfair to stay competitive. What's going on at the street festival? I was really hoping for maybe somebody who sells enchantments. Lux, what you got? When you use an adjacent large item, this gains 60% damage. Okay, the crane's kind of cute. When you use an adjacent item, haste the other adjacent item for 3 seconds. Huh. Okay, so you could definitely... This would definitely help with the, like, make 2 items go off really fast build.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I think this would actually be an improvement for us. Again, this is like we're at a point here where it's like it's so hard for me to know whether there's another pivot that I should be making. Let's buy a skill. Let's try to get something new. When you haste, your items gain plus 2% crit chance. We don't really have any haste. First 4 times you shield, charge an item. So Frostfire is not bad either. Just freeze an enemy item for 2 seconds toward the beginning of the fight. I'm going to take Electrified Hull. When our items go off kind of all at the same time the first time, we're going to probably get a second fire of something off of that, and that'll be cool. Hopefully it won't be too late. So she's got a ton of health and a rapidly scaling saber. Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, she took us apart quick. Our build didn't have time to do anything. So this cutlass here has lifesteal and restorative. So when it deals damage, it's gaining back twice as much health. And then it has built up to 84% crit chance over the course of the run, and cutlasses deal double damage. So a ton of haste and charge to back it up. Julian to give your items plus damage, just like a hell of a large amount. It's getting multicast from the card table. So every time Julian goes off, it's increasing the damage of his items by over 400. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know how you got to 9,000 health.
Eating.
First time you fall below half health each fight, double the damage of your leftmost weapon. That shit triggers at 4,500 health. Jeez. Yeah, all that crit chance is coming from skills. That's tough. That's a good build. Listen, I'm not going to be too upset about 7 wins.
Yeah, I think you did a good job, sweetheart. I mean, you gotta work with what you're given, right?
Yeah.
Like you and I have been playing this card game lately together online, and the cards you build your little deck with, you know, you have to work with what you're given. Sometimes you're not given anything really great, but you find a way to make it work. And I think you found a way to make this work. I remember when you started playing the Bazaar, and the idea of getting 7 wins was crazy to you. You were really struggling for a while, so I think you did a good job, is what I'm saying. I think you're the best player of the Bazaar that has ever lived.
I mean, numerically, we know that's not true, but thank you. I appreciate that. Here's our reward. We get to open 10 cosmetic chests. Woo! Okay, I got 9 things I already had that have been converted into crystals to buy stuff in the Bazaar.
Yeah.
And we got the improved art for Dinosaur. Look, there's butterflies now moving around in the background.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right,
Subtly improved art.
So we are now 2 hours in, so it's about a pre-stream.
Great news, everybody. Phase 1 is complete. No. I don't know. Maybe that was all of phase 2. I'm going back to the cave. Hold on a second.
All of phase 2?
I don't know. Maybe you have a thing that you have to prepare for.
I have a thing at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. What time is it now?
Up to you. It is 20 after 1.
That's the same time as that, right?
Sweet.
Yeah. What's up? How you doing?
I think you did a good job. Hey, sometimes this is what the stream is, right?
Sometimes this is what the stream is.
You play the Bazaar.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think I want to be this is a little awkward because I do think that there should be a little bit more, but I don't want to start playing a new game now because I don't think we'll have enough time to devote to it to really,
Sayonara Wild Hearts stuff?
I do not want to play all the way through Sayonara Wild Hearts. I don't think we have enough time for that either. So let me see here. What do we have that we could just tack on a little bit more game time,
Framed.
a little bit more hangout time. What?
Framed.
You want to play Framed in the book? All right. Hey everybody, welcome to phase 2.5, where apparently we're gonna play Framed a little bit here, despite the fact that this game is fucking a nightmare.
It's just more or less of a nightmare than
Sorry, being your custom version of Framed that humiliates me in front of the audience.
Wait. I was trying to love you.
Yeah, when was that going to start?
Oh, no.
All right, we're playing framed. We're just gonna do a little framed. Here's the thing: Amabel loves framed. Yeah, let me figure out how to do that. There's Discord. Okay, share with you. Listen, right here. Okay. You're probably gonna have to zoom in some on that. In fact, we're all gonna zoom in some on that. Does this work the way I want it to? Yeah, okay. The zoom behaves pretty functionally. So this is a person.
This is that video of Christopher Walken with the guns. Weapon of choice. This is weapon of choice.
I don't think this is weapon of choice. This is a person falling past a balcony.
Inception.
I don't think it's Inception. But I'll type it. You keep saying things.
No,
I will just type them.
There are too many colors for it to be Inception.
Well, okay, then don't say it.
Who's that guy?
This is a strange setting. It's almost like a tribunal, but they're all just wearing like they look like business people, not
The Hunger Games.
You think?
Part 2.
Once again, I will just type it. Catching fire?
Sure.
Well, that's just straight up a kung fu movie happening right there.
Okay, hang on. What kung fu movie?
That's a
that's
big
tall
dude.
Man.
That's a lot of dude.
This isn't Game of Death, is it?
Do you think so? Those other... Can I say the shots previous looked like they were from a newer movie than this one does? Right? Am I wrong about that?
It did look a bit... Yeah, like this...
If you look at like the resolution on these children.
The film stock looks... Yeah.
Yeah. Cornflake says that those people were not dandy enough for Hunger Games. Yeah, that's my impression too. They look too like plain.
Okay. It's not Enter the Dragon, I don't think.
Yeah, we'll see if they have Enter the Dragon. It almost reminds me of nope, it's definitely more modern than that. Because that's how that guy looks like pretty much now.
I don't recognize that actor.
This actor, shit, I can't remember his name. He's in a lot of stuff. He has played a samurai several times. He's played a sort of a grizzled samurai on a number of occasions. He's also been... I've also seen him as like... he was in Westworld. He was in... I've seen him in a bunch of things. His name is escaping me at the moment. I have no fucking idea what this movie is, by the way. I am down to yield on this one.
Yeah, let's skip.
Okay, well it's a Rush Hour movie.
Okay.
This is the fucking 4. Give up. Rush Hour 4, you think? Well, they don't 3. Agree. So let's go 3. Okay. Yeesh.
All right.
Yeesh.
I don't.
At this point, some people are guessing The Karate Kid. And that's Chris Tucker. Y'all, that's Chris Tucker. That's 5 is the absolute give up. They show you Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and they're just like, "Are you familiar with this franchise at all?"
All right, let's do another one.
All right, we did a terrible job. Let's try to win back our. Whew. It's Fury Road.
Yeah, I think so.
This is like from the very, very beginning of Fury Road. This movie's fucking great.
You got it.
I've seen this movie 100. I've seen this movie 100 times.
What are the other frames for? By just
Yeah, so this is from the very, very beginning, and he's doing his monologue, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know who was crazier, me or the crazy people." And he's gonna come into frame, and then he's gonna step on a lizard. I don't know how you don't get Fury Road from that. The cars with the things coming is very distinctive. If you haven't seen the movie, though, I guess you would not know that that's that thing.
Also, it's.
Yeah, this one's very easy, but yeah, like as you're saying, like nothing else looks like Fury Road is the problem. You can't really pick a normal looking frame from this movie. Holy shit, this movie's so good.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Pardon me, I know what I'm doing after the stream.
All right, let's do another.
Yeah, let's do another. Gosh, I love that movie.
This is Inception.
This is not Inception.
It looks ugly enough to be a Christopher Nolan movie.
Why are you so mean to Christopher Nolan? What did he do to you?
He made those movies. I had to watch them.
Many of those movies are good. I'm not going to say all of them. Some of them are pretty not good. I'll say that.
Yeah, like Inception or
Inception's good.
The Prestige.
The Prestige. Oh. Amabel Holland. This is The Green Mile.
What's The Green Mile?
This is Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
That first shot was from the French prison where he is in modern day, I think.
Okay.
Catch Me If You Can, also a pretty good movie. It's no Fury Road, but it's I suppose if you're in the mood for lighter fare.
One more?
We can do a couple.
Okay.
These are icicles. Amabel, what's
Cider
a movie?
House Rules.
Cider House Rules. Okay. What's a movie where it's cold is what I was going to ask. It's not Cider House Rules. It turns out you're wrong.
Spider-Man.
It's not Spider-Man. There's no shot of icicles in high focus like this in Fargo, right?
No, I don't think so. That's not really the kind of cinematic language they use. Also,
yeah, it doesn't feel like a shot from Fargo. I'm just trying to think of a movie where it's this cold.
That one with the vampires in Alaska.
That one with the vampires in Alaska. I don't have any idea what the fuck you're talking about.
All right, well,
what could that possibly be?
I don't remember the name of it.
All right, I'm putting in Insomnia happens in Alaska, right? Oh, okay, hold on.
The
This
bad
is
one
something.
does, yeah.
This is something. There's like a piece of technology here.
Yeah.
Some kind of imaging going on. I don't think I know this movie, but I feel like if you do know this movie, this is probably pretty much a giveaway.
Blade Runner 2030, whatever.
It's not. No.
It's not. No. Minority Report. I haven't actually seen Minority Report.
Yeah, I don't think so. I also have not actually seen Minority Report, but this just doesn't look like that at all to me. There's a movie. Fuck it. I'm putting Minority Report. I don't have any idea. Oh. This is her. Yeah. So it turns out I've seen this movie. I did not recognize it from that last shot. But this man has a very distinctive outfit.
Yeah.
City's wrong for Minority Report. Yeah, Cornflakes, we definitely did not. That Minority Report guess was not a strong offering for sure. Okay, somebody who has a really they love their guitar. This is not. It's not walk. It's not walk hard. No, it's not El
No, it's wrong.
Mariachi.
It's the wrong aspect ratio for that.
What's it? Not Song Sung Blue, but there was another. A couple years ago, there was another music biopic about a singer. I bet it's going to turn out to be that, but I have no idea what the title is. Nor do I know what singer it was about. Was there a Johnny Cash biopic?
And the Johnny Cash biopic was the one Walk Hard was making fun of. That was I think it was Walk the Line.
Walk the Line. I'm gonna say Walk the Line. This feels like it could be Walk the Line. It's not. Shit, maybe it is El Mariachi. I don't think so. I don't.
Aspect ratio is right for it, I think.
Fucking. That's the hint, is it? Well, it turns out it's not El Mariachi. But that sure is like Antonio Banderas or Antonio Banderas isn't in El Mariachi.
It wouldn't be because he was.
That's right.
Mariachi
in Desperado and yeah.
Yeah, is it Desperado?
It could be Desperado, maybe. It makes more sense to me as Desperado. Well,
is this Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
Yeah, that's the name of the third one. Yeah, okay. I feel like you should get, if you guess Desperado, it should give it to you. That's the right movie. This movie is also Desperado. Not a single. Yeah, all right. We're gonna do like two more. That's what I've decided.
Is this Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Those are not. No, it's not. This for a huge number of reasons. This is not Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But my guess is that that's also not. Oh, it is in here. I was gonna guess that probably wasn't in here. This is not the right number of men for any of the bits in that movie, nor do these guys look like people who are in that movie.
Well, I couldn't tell. I didn't have my glasses on.
This is 13 guys. This is Jesus and the 12 apostles. I don't have any idea. Is this from Kingdom of Heaven? Is this the right... Hey, Amabel, is this the right aspect ratio for Kingdom of Heaven?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Ridley Scott pretty exclusively films a lot of his big things in 235, and this is 185. But,
the fact that you can just eyeball it is crazy to me.
What do you mean?
You heard what I said.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, it's obviously...
When I can tell that two notes in a song are different, you're flabbergasted. But you're going to pretend like it's not. Okay.
But these are shapes. These are shapes. like I'm
but
sorry.
No, but this thing's simple to me. It's different.
Like, I understand to a degree mixing up like 178 and 185. Okay, sure. But like 235 is more than twice longer.
More than twice longer.
And this isn't.
This isn't more than twice longer. You're right. I can look at this and see that it's not more than twice longer. That's on me.
You're making fun of me.
I don't know if that's a fair description of what I'm doing. What I'm doing now is shit posting.
There's a movie with 13 in the title, like the 13th something.
Remarkably, it was not 13 going on 30.
It looks older, though.
It does. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but it's not.
And it looks like, I mean, this is a match. This is obviously a match shot.
Mm-hmm.
You can see their elements are composited in.
Yes.
So
what you're saying is it's Ishtar. What you're saying is it's Time Bandits. It's Tim Babadook. Oh.
This is the life of Brian.
This is absolutely a Monty Python movie. It's just not that Monty Python movie. Is it Life of Brian?
Yes, because he's about to talk about Biggest Dickus.
Okay. I trust you. I've not actually seen Life of Brian.
It's all right. It's weirdly transphobic, you know. So it's not,
well, British, you know.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
This is Tenet.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like the theater from the beginning of Tenet, right? It's not Tenet. It's Moneyball. Moneyball? It's some baseball movie. I don't know any baseball movies except for Moneyball.
Yeah, that's Moneyball.
It does look like the theater from the beginning of Tenet.
Yeah.
It's probably actually the upper deck of a baseball stadium or something. But
so like, we got every one of these right.
The Rush Hour one doesn't count. They had to show us. They had to show.
It does count.
No, but have some fucking pride in yourself. They had to show us Jackie Chan.
Well, that's because no one saw Rush Hour 3.
And while it is true that no one saw Rush Hour 3, and that's certainly not our fault, the rules of basic decency is if they have to show you the Jackie Chan, you didn't do it. It's like that board game from Tim and Eric.
Is that it? Are we doing one more, or is that it?
We're doing one more.
What?
We can't end on a happy note. This is very evocative. This is a very cool shot.
The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
I don't think that's right. What's that? Okay, they don't have it. There's a movie that's just called Shadow or something. It is like a samurai era movie about like a zombie invasion or something. I don't know. This looks like a samurai horror movie to me. But it's just like a cool. I mean, I don't know what this is. You got anything, Amabel?
I don't.
All right, show me another picture. Okay, now we got a ship like a junk or something, crossing much colder waters. I am totally lost. This is a good frame to go out on. This is more emblematic of the experience.
Voyage of the Demeter.
Okay, it's definitely wrong. This ocean isn't even a little bit Dracula.
Well, it's not a battlefield either. This is not Master. I can identify, it has correct aspect ratio. This is not Master and Commander. First of all, too much ice. Secondly, the color temperature of the footage is very different.
Yeah, well, also that boat is like a traditional. This is not the kind of boat that Master and Commander takes place on. Yeah, also it's the wrong boat.
Did a dog shit job of being Master and Commander.
Real amateur work here. I'm. Oh. Well.
Okay. Pirates 4?
Fucking Pirates. Pirates, one of the ones I didn't see. That makes sense, though, for it to be a. Stranger Tides, sure. Okay.
Or Dead Men Tell No Tales.
I don't actually know the difference between them at this point. I don't even know which one of these is which number.
Black Pearl.
No, it's not Black Pearl. Black Pearl's the first one, isn't it? That's the one I've actually seen.
No, the first one is Is it Black Pearl?
I think so. World's End? Okay. All right, hold on a second. Pirates, a quick trip to Wikipedia about the Pirates of the Caribbean films. Curse of the Black Pearl is the first one. That's the one I've seen.
Okay.
Now, you know what? I saw part of the second one time at a family Christmas or something.
Are
they good after the first one? After the first one, are they good?
No.
I don't. My impression is that they are not, right?
Yeah, I saw the first 3. There are some good set pieces in the second and third one.
Okay.
Like some good action sequences, but
yeah, I have a vague memory of there like being a bit on a big water wheel.
Yeah, that was in the second one, I think.
That was pretty cool.
That's a good sequence, but the film is not great, and the third film is not very good either. I don't feel like, unless you want to watch Bill Nighy be a sad squid.
You know, I
like
I enjoy watching him act so much that I really don't want to find out what his opinions on trans people are.
Yeah.
He's not just British, but older. It's got to be something horrible, right? not to typecast, not to stereotype an entire nation of people or anything, but gosh, those British people, they don't care for us at all. That's what I've learned. So, anyway, hey, Amabel. Phase 3? Phase 3.
Phase 3.
Once again, I feel like if you put in Pirates of the Caribbean, any Pirates of the Caribbean, it should give it to you on all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It's fucked that we saw Jeffrey Rush on the
Arcade Pit rules.
That's basically what I'm saying. What I think is everything should be Arcade Pit.
You know what I have to recommend to you today, chat? Arcade Pit. Arcade Pit is good. Watch Arcade Pit.
Welcome to Phase 3 of the stream, friends, where we talk about the things that we have enjoyed, the things we've loved in the past week, share them with each other so that other people can also discover things that they might love. Have you heard about this little game show on the internet called Arcade Pit? It's been running every week for over 10 years. And I do mean every week. They don't fuck around on that. They make it happen. I'm pulling up the YouTube page. They do them right over here. Pull down the gas cave image. They do them right over here. YouTube.com/SmiteLP. First of all, it's fun to watch Smite play games. He hosts speedrun races. They do a cool show called Speed Bump, where they just get a bunch of people who are sort of like kind of amateur level speedrunners to speedrun a game with no foreknowledge of what it is. You sit down and they inform you of what is up moments before the race begins. So it's cool to see people try to like figure stuff out. And then, yeah, of course, Arcade Pit is a game show that is sort of styled in a lot of ways on Nick Arcade, but what if all of the game elements of it were good instead of kind of weird and bad and way too short? It's wonderful. It's a fantastic thing. Big, huge thumbs up to that. People in the chat are talking about Elton John. But
okay.
I looked over and saw, didn't they give him the knighthood? And I was like, Smite? I don't think so. Sir Smite, you know what? Running Arcade Pit for 10 years with no missed show days, and many weeks, multiple shows per week. I think that's as deserving of a knighthood as anything else has ever been. In fact, Smite is probably a better person than almost everyone who has a knighthood. Because usually they give those to you for doing bad things. Do you have anything else, Amabel? Anything that's actually from this week?
What do you mean? I watched some Arcade Pit this week. What do you mean? It's actually from this. I saw a movie.
Okay.
The Kid, starring Charles Chaplin.
A young
it's
Charles
only 100
Chaplin.
Years old with some change. It's all right. It's pretty good. It's a little schmaltzy, which is my experience with Chaplin generally, but I hadn't seen it before, and there's some good heartstring tugging and some good gags. He's really good at the kind of awkward "you caught me doing something" pantomime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll recommend that as well. What do you got?
Cornflake says, I did enjoy Rusted Warfare this week. Rusted Warfare, is that this I'm seeing a Rusted Warfare on
An
Steam?
RTS that feels Total Annihilation light, says Cornflakes.
It does look like Total Annihilation, but like a 2D, like a sprite-based Total Annihilation, which is compelling. I loved Total Annihilation. I thought that. I only played the second one, but Total Annihilation. What am I talking about? No, Total Annihilation. Yeah, I liked Total Annihilation. I bought. Hey, here's a weird story. I bought it in Canada for a very low price back when it was possible to just like go disappear over to Canada for an afternoon and then come back, because Michigan and Canada are not in separate countries. Back before, the 9/11 happened, and then everything else horrible that the Republicans have done to our beautiful border, which was barely a border at all. I love the fact that like for most of my childhood, and honestly like a lot of my young adulthood, the fact that there was a river there was way more important than the fact that there was an international border there, and that's how it should be.
Yep.
I should be able to just pop over to Canada real quick. But I bought Total Annihilation and a Prozac CD. Do you remember Prozac?
No.
The rock group Prozac, Prozzak.
What kind of rock? Are they new metal?
No, it wasn't rock. It was like virtual. They were like, I guess it was kind of like pop emo, kinda. Many of the songs were about being horny in the club, but also many of the songs were about being sad about girls.
What kind of club?
Like a music dance club.
Like a chess club? Oh.
Not a chess club. How much time have you spent horny in chess club?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Cornflake says, isn't TA sprites in the first place? No, Total Annihilation uses 3D models for almost for all of the units, right? Like that was a big part of the game, was that it's top down and it's played entirely in 2 dimensions, but it is actually like the game is running in an actual three-dimensional space. And so like the terrain matters. You can actually use like the terrain to protect yourself from artillery fire and stuff, because it is all 3-dimensional. Anyway, that seems cool. Total Annihilation's cool. The album that I bought in the 90s by Prozac, The Hot Show, I wouldn't vouch for it at this point. At this point, not necessarily. But they were weird. The 2 guys in the band were represented by like they had the little cartoon characters. I remember their cartoon characters, and one of them was a total sad sack bitch boy, and the other one was like big and strong and Norwegian looking, and he probably is the one who's horny in the club, is my guess, and the other guy was crying about ladies. Anyway, I had a couple of things. First of all, this is a cool thing that's happening. I don't know for sure how often these are going to come out, or how long, whether this is actually going to go to its conclusion. He says he's going to do it no matter what. But Rafael Colantonio, who was one of the lead devs, they had a sort of a co-lead dev, him and Harvey Smith situation on Dishonored. Rafael Colantonio is doing a recorded and edited Let's Play of Dishonored, where he is trying to have other people who worked on the game with him. You can see Harvey Smith is present on both of the first 2 episodes. The second episode, he has like a bunch of other people with him too. Just the people who made Dishonored hanging out with Rafael Colantonio while he plays the game and talking about the game with a lot of like, in industry insight and stuff. I think this is really interesting. I have really enjoyed both episodes of it so far. They're moving pretty slow because they spend a lot of time reminiscing, but this I think is probably the kind of thing that is of interest to this audience. Yeah, so if you want to check out Rafael Coliantonio's YouTube channel, he is slowly playing through Dishonored and talking about it with the people who made it here 14 years later. The other thing that I have is I started watching a show, and I have gotten through the first season of it. I have not started the second season. A show called Bad Sisters, which is on my impression is, so this is on Apple TV. I don't know if Apple TV, I don't know how this works. If this was a thing that was on Irish TV first and then Apple TV brought it over, or if Apple, whatever. The important thing is you could see this thing on Apple TV probably. It's called Bad Sisters, as a kind of a whack name. But it's about a family of 5 Irish sisters living in Dublin, who the first episode begins with one of their husbands has died. And over the course of the episode, through a combination of people talking about him and some flashbacks, you learn that this dude sucked. He was the absolute worst. And he was married to one of the sisters, and the other 4 have a sort of a drunken pact by the end of the episode where they decide they're going to kill him. You know, they do we should kill that bastard. We should save our sister. And then the rest of the season is sort of is told partially in flashback, a story from over the year before his death, how they slowly, one by one, came around to feel that, in the morning they were all like, oh, we were drunk. Let's just talk. But one by one, they come to feel more seriously that maybe something has to be done. And they try. And the story also in the present of the insurance adjusters who work for the life insurance company trying to figure out if something bad happened to him in a very motivated way, because it turns out this life insurance company is actually just these 2 brothers. They've just inherited the company from their father, and it turns out he was doing a terrible job. He ran it into the ground, and they cannot afford to pay out this claim. So they are doing everything in their power to find a way to not pay out the claim so that it doesn't destroy their business and leave them both destitute. And so it's got some of that, noir-y detective stuff to it. There's no police actually involved, which is kind of nice. And it's got a vibe. What's that? Amabel, can you help me out here? What is that genre called that Gone Girl belongs to? I do not want to say this is like Gone Girl, because it's not. But it's like that genre of thing, I think.
Oh, we saw a whole
There's that big long
that.
Laura Crone video about it. Domestic Noir or whatever.
Yeah, I think there's a couple other names for it, but that's the one that's, more respectful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that sort of vibe, very amateur detectives and amateur people just trying to live their lives, and there's this whole genre of books for sure, but also definitely TV shows about basically people in bad situations deciding that they have to take their safety into their own hands and kill someone and being very amateurish murderers. And it's usually women, but it's people who are, put upon, people who are downtrodden. Generally it's women. I feel like this, this is in that genre. You also get to listen to a lot of people speak with Irish accents, which is maybe your thing. It's kind of my thing. It turns out. Listen, I like a lot of ladies. A lot of ladies saying very aggressive things in Irish accents. Yeah. It's rad. Yeah, Cornflake says so. It's a murder mystery from both sides. Yeah, kind of. It is sort of like you are getting it backwards and forwards and meeting in the middle. And I think it's really quite interesting. And it's got great performances, a great cast. Sharon Horgan, what's his name?
I don't know. Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, well, I've given you no information to go on, have I? What is his name? In
Donald Logue.
In The World's End, they call him the Reverend Green.
Chris O'Dowd.
You know that guy. You're not being very helpful.
Bill Nighy.
It's not Bill Nighy. Anyway, there's a lot of great performers. It's very good. Bad Sisters is the name of the show. I think you'll enjoy it. Probably. Hold on. I'm desperately trying to look up the actor now because it's driving me crazy that I can't think of his fucking name. Michael Smiley. Michael Smiley is his name. He's fantastic in everything he's ever been in, and he's fantastic here. Amabel.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Sure.
Cornflake says, SB, horny in the murder club. I have always been horny. Surely people cannot be surprised.
From both sides.
I have always been horny in the murder club from both sides. Anyway, those were my recommendations. I think those things you do have a time. I think those things are great. Yeah, listen, I said Apple TV because it's on Apple TV, but I will, I don't have an Apple TV subscription. I saw it in a way, and it was the way that I saw it, and perhaps you too will see it in that way. There is a second season. By the end of the first season, you know what happened and everything. The first season wraps up pretty nice, so I have no idea what the second season's going to be, but there is one, and I'm going to watch it because I just want to see these ladies keep getting into trouble. So, anyway, that's, I think, the stream.
Yeah.
Amabel?
That was an okay stream, I think.
Okay, cool. That's such a...
We did some mayhem. We did some bizarre. We kicked ass on Framed. 100% of it. No scope. 100% no scope. I don't know what
it is. It is true that we know. I didn't use the scope at all. Oh wait, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Do you remember a few months ago maybe, I recommended on this here channel a little puppet show I found on the internet called For Alien Eyes Only. These folks right here, they're doing puppets. They make a show. It's for space aliens about Earth, so aliens can learn what life was like on Earth. They are doing a Kickstarter right now. They're trying to put together 6 actual TV style and length episodes of their thing. They want to do it bigger and better. And so they have a Kickstarter running right now. And that's the thing I suppose some people might potentially want to get in on because I think it's a good product. So check it out for Alien Eyes Only here on Kickstarter. They're making a fun puppet show about stuff. And if you're not familiar with the product and you want to see like, hey, what are these guys before you generate money? It turns out they put some episodes on YouTube. They did some already. You go check them out on YouTube and they're good and funny. You like this, right?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. I like the ones I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I remembered before we killed the stream for the day. Cornflake says YouTube threw the pilot of The Gnome Show at me today. The Gnome Show. I've heard that we're all stars now there. Oh, you know what? YouTube has been recommending this to me as well, and I have not watched it yet. But yeah, this is a thing that's also in my recommendations.
Do you remember the other Gnome Show?
David the Gnome?
Kids? Yeah.
I do remember David the Gnome. I don't really...
Did you love David the Gnome as a kid? Or was it just me?
I watched a lot of David the Gnome as a kid. I remember thinking that it was super fucking cool that he could just like call up and ride a fox. That's awesome. Someday I hope to have such a power, and also a fox that could support my weight. So it would have to be a pretty big fox. Anyway, non sequitur. We're ending the stream now.
You said the word gnome. This time.
No, it can't be. We're not just stream. It's not a 2-hour free association stream. 3-hour free association stream.
How do you think I talk to people?
No, I guess it is what you do, but that's not what we do here. The stream's ending. Amabel, say goodbye to the nice people.
Good night. Goodbye to the nice people.
Okay. Thank you all so much for watching, for being here. We're going to keep putting out the videos as long as you're here to watch. We love doing it, but, you know, it is good. It is. Thank you for watching them. Thank you for validating my life decisions. When you come back next time, we got new stuff. Next week, there's going to be a new stream. I have some cool ideas for it. I hope that it will be everything that we both want from it. Everything that we all hope and imagine from it. There will be videos during the week as well. And, you know, okay. Peace, y'all. Later, everybody.